The premise of the script, though, it's like, this woman who engages in somewhat self-sabotage and self-deprecating behaviour. Is that a character you created, or the standard
or am I
quest?
Just desperately insecure?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay. No, the character comes from sort of a myriad of observations that I've had with myself and my friends, where what I think is funny about ladies and their main phobias or issues is they self-sabotage. Like, they're fine. For all intents and purposes, there's so many really pretty, cool girls that are in a tornado of anxiety about nothing. And I find that really interesting for some reason. And I don't know whether it's, I also find the idea of feeling like something's wrong and then putting a Band-Aid on something that's not even an issue, So having this sort of manifestation of a Band-Aid on Michaela, this sort of, girdle that it's gonna fix everything, or the Dairy Busters, popping that because it's my stomach gets fat and bloated, but if I take these pills, then I can still drink milk. It's just don't fucking drink milk, and just work out if you're not feeling so good about your body. Whatever it is, those simple solves are such huge hurdles, and I relate to that, and certainly my friends do. So I found that interesting and really funny because it's sort of tragic but small. It's a small issue.
Yeah.
It seems so big.
So is this what happens when you're on set? Let's say it's complicated or no strings or something, and you have that extra couple of hours in the trailer. Are you working on other projects at the same time? Can you do that?
Throughout my miniature career, I feel I'm always on set. I like to be on set as much as possible because that's where I've learned almost everything. Being there, it's I've never directed before, but I've certainly been in deep in the machine, you know? So it's I've seen it all. It's we could put a twinnie there, we're gonna cover it like this, we're gonna go pop, we're gonna, can we get a dolly, can we just get a slider and put it in the thing, It's all that stuff, it's I already knew all of that, And I also have been on the other side, so I understand. I think I learned my biggest lesson as an actor directing, because I realized that we don't matter that much. You know what I mean? It was kind of okay. So we're just if there's there's a million things, and we're just one thing. We're just lights.
Was there a specific director that you'd worked with whose mood you wanted to try and
Not
emulate?
necessarily, because I was especially working with actors. I wanted to do it my own way because I feel like I can. The one thing that I will say that I wish somebody would tell me, and I love a great director who can see where I default to, and rub me out of that, and then, and exercise restraint. So that's always my thing with actors. It's especially with comedic actors, because it's everything's so alive with comedic actors. It's they're so listening, and it's it's all that timing, and it's this great rhythm, and but you can default to something too big, or it works, so you just kind of do it over and over again, as opposed to shaking it up and getting subtleties.